All right, welcome everybody. Here we are for another round of strength training, but this time we want to go back to the basics. We're going to stick with kind of the 5 basic movements I always like to talk about, as well as covering the principles of them and how to breathe and what speed to go at, different angles with your body. So we're going to start with a little bit of warm up. So it'll be a simple workout too, about 25 minutes. Stretch that back out. And those of you that are live with us after this, we're going to do Tai Chi. I'll record that as well. You're welcome to watch that later too. Maybe we'll record it. We'll see about that. Up and over. Let's get a little warmed up. Good. Touch your heel, comb your hair. Rotations. Think about stretching your back out. And roll the hips around. The direction. So we'll kind of vary the different things we use, like the band and the ball and the weights. So just keep them all close, handy. We're going to start off with the weights here, and we're going to do some squats. So you can use your chair, or you can do it without. One thing I like about the chair, and I want to show you this from the side, is that you can really work these quadriceps more. So when you do this, try not to have your feet in too far. This is one way to get up out of a chair a little easier, just a little hint, as you get older. But what you want to do is have those feet out pretty far, about a 90-degree angle, so that when you stand up, it really works those muscles. Now, if you want to, you can do a little mini squat. I'll show a few of those, just sitting back lightly and not going all the way down. So if you have bad knees, that's another option. Otherwise, do the full chair squats. And we'll do about 12 to 15 of most everything. So let's do about 4 more of these. Working the quadriceps in the front, a little bit of the glutes, a little bit of your hamstrings in the back of the legs. You want to exhale up, inhale down. 1 more. And relax. Good. Now we're going to sit forward a little bit, and I'm going to put my weights against my chest. We're going to sit back and work the abs. So we'll let those legs rest while we're working our abs here. And we'll do a couple sets of each. So on this one, you're going to go back slowly, go up a little faster. So slow it down on the way back. And exhale forward. Inhale, open up on the way back. Couple more here. Like I said, you want about 15, but it could be 20. Who knows? Just never know what'll happen. Let's go ahead and go with chair squats again. That's why sometimes you might keep track on your own. I'm not the best counter. Up and down. So the reason why I like the chair is because then you can really sit back with it, because you should feel most of your weight go to your heels. So let's try going back further, but not sit on the chair now. So try to sit back. That's kind of the next step. Just to work sitting back. Most of your weight goes on the heels. See that chair's back there just in case I fall back. Good. All right, nice job. Let's go back to the sit-ups. So sitting forward, forward and back. So there's really about 5 or 6 main exercises you should do every day. The 5 major ones I think would be the chest, working your chest muscles, working your back muscles, abs like we're doing right now, upper legs like we just did, and then lower legs, calves. So those are kind of the 5 main areas. Now there is biceps and triceps, but we do that sort of exercise while we're doing the other ones. So when you do a chest press, you work your triceps anyway. The only other thing might be the shoulders, but they're not huge muscles anyhow. Let's do about 4 more. Exhale forward, inhale back, and go slow. Don't follow me. I'm always a little too fast. But just count them out. You can always take a little break if you get done with it early. Excellent. So let's go on to some chest pressing. So we're going to get the band out this time. It's a good tool for the chest pressing while you're in a vertical position. So I put the band underneath the arms. What you do is grab the handles and then pinch up and grab up higher on your band. And you know, if it's a new year, maybe you need a heavier band. So I like to talk about the bands and the sizes a little bit. Just press out and together. So yellow is the easiest, and then green, and then red, and then blue, and then purple. If you need a new band, I can always send you one if you're ready to step it up to the next level. Just let me know. So I'm exhaling as I press out. And so you'd go a little slower on the way back. You don't want to just let it go. Kind of slow it down. 2 more. And relax. Good. So we're going to alternate between that and the row. So we'll put the row underneath the feet here in the middle. This one you want to make sure to be careful. Don't let it slip out from underneath those feet. You're going to cross the handles so that you're in the middle of the legs with the opposite hands rowing back. And you keep your feet down so that band doesn't get away from you. Good. You kind of keep on this one, relax those shoulders, and you kind of keep your hands down, elbows down. So not this sort of thing, but touch your elbows together in the back. Let's do 4 more. Excellent. All right, so let's go back to the chest press, behind the back. And we're going to choke up again and pressing out and together. Exhale as you press out. You want to keep your wrists kind of in line with that elbow there. So if you're more vertical like this, it can kind of go down. If your elbows are up, then you just kind of keep them wider. So there's 2 ways to do this: wide and then narrow. There are these 2 main ways. So if you have bad shoulders, having your elbows closer in is always safer whenever you're doing these things. 1 more. Excellent. Let's go to the row again. And cross the handles, row it back. Another thing you can think about here is when you come back, try to lift the chest. That kind of squeezes those muscles. And you might feel them even more. Or more. Good. And if you didn't notice, we're doing about 2 sets of everything. So 2 sets of 12 to 15 of 5 exercises. So if you have to do this on your own, you could even think of it that way. We're going to stand up and let's get the ball out. I'm going to do a couple things with this ball. If you don't have the ball, it's not a huge deal. We're going to work calves. So you want to put the ball between the legs. We're just going to go up and down on the balls of those feet, lifting the heels. I'm trying to find a way you can all see. About 5 more, and then we're going to balance with this. Good. Now balance on one foot. I'm just going to pick up this foot here. See what you can do. Go for about 30 seconds, so halfway there. Well, let's try the other side. Just keep trying if you can't hold it. About another 15 seconds. And relax. All right. Up to the balls of the feet again. Keep going there. About 15 of them. Excellent. So I want to do one more set of each of the body parts that we talked about. We just did the calves, so let's go right into some squats. Sitting back. So this is working top of the legs. That's one of the main areas that you want to work. And remember that you exhale on the way up, inhale on the way down. And you make a small hole with your mouth, like you're blowing out a straw when you come up. That way your air goes faster, makes like a little more force. 3 more. Excellent. All right, let's go ahead and have a seat. And we're going to work on chest again with this ball. We're going to squeeze the ball and then relax. Squeeze, relax. Tightening all these chest muscles. About 10 more. Three more. Excellent. All right, so then we put the ball at the lower back. We're going to do some sit-ups. Again, nice and slow. Drape your body over that ball. Inhale, open up. Exhale, come forward. And another thing about the sit-ups is you might try to focus on pulling the belly in, because you have a sideway muscles too. The transverse abdominal pulls the belly in. So you pull that in and then sit up. Maybe about 6 more. Tighten that belly first. Good. And then we're going to put the ball between the legs, grab the weights. And just to show you from the side here, hopefully, we're just going to raise the heels up. Seated calf raises. So it's actually a different muscle when you're seated versus when your leg is long standing. So raise them up and down. It's a good one to do more at the end of the workout when your muscles are more tired. But pause it and hold it. That'll work them too. You'll start to feel it. About 10 more. We got upper legs. This is lower legs. We just did the abs and we did the chest. Now we're going to do the back again. And that'll be our last one. And that'll be 3 sets for each. Let's go ahead and put the ball down. We're going to lean forward and upright, or just an upward row, or bent over row, I should say. Showing you from the side. Back nice and straight. So when you do all of this stuff, you focus on your posture. I always think if you spend a half hour to an hour, 2 to 3 times a week, thinking about your posture, it will improve. Let's do 5 more, nice and slow. Up a little faster, slower on the way down. Exhale up. 1 more. And relax. All right. So that's perfect. Let's go ahead and stretch out now. We're going to put one leg out. Take a deep breath in. And exhale as you lean forward. Good. Rotate that ankle. I'll put this video on the front page of the website, onlinefitness.us. That way, if you ever want to refer, you can send your friends there. They can sign up for the email on that first page too. Other direction. That's a great way to send people to the class and to the website. The other leg out, deep breath in. All right, rotate that ankle. Other direction. And other leg, and then we're going to put this leg back. You want to really stretch this hip flexor, reaching up. So these are some basic stretches that you want to do too. Stretching the back of the leg, stretching the front hip flexor. Good, and then come back to center. Little inner thigh stretch. And when you do these stretches, you want to think about your breathing. Inhale for about 5 seconds. Exhale for 5 seconds. Good. Let's go ahead and face this way. One leg back and reach up. And back to center. Inhale, reaching up. And exhale, reach back. Lift the chest. And take another breath. Push out, curve your back. And then sit up straight, rotate. And other side. Okay, coming to heart center. You're gonna inhale, reaching up. And exhale. One more. Inhale, reach up. And exhale. All right, great job, everybody. So that's your basics. That's kind of what you want to stick to as your basics.